Is there a particular loved one in spirit that you're hoping to connect with?
There is. Now this
Okay.
person is extremely private, so we're not sure if this
Oh,
person's gonna come through or not.
okay. I do not make guarantees, and I have to say that to cover my ass. Okay. So if you, yeah, I have a bit of a potty mouth, so I'll just put that out there
That's
right
okay,
now.
don't worry.
So if you'd like to give me the first name of the one, what that does is kind of like making a direct call. And so when I say the name telepathically, it's allowing me to connect to the energy of the name. I still can't guarantee that that's the one that's going to come through or come through first, right? So this is where I'm kind of, again, direct call, speeding up the process. Let's get to it. Okay.
Okay.
Do you want to do that? Just give me the
Yeah,
name.
sure. Yeah, the first name's Laura.
That's really ironic. My BFF, her name was Laura, and she never does any posts on social media, and she actually did something. I'm like, "Whoa, girl, you're actually stepping up in the world." And her name's
Yay,
Laura, and that was
nice.
just before I came on. Okay, so what I'm doing now, I'm just gonna take a few breaths. I'm just pushing my energy out, hopefully calling Laura into my space. And I always ask for them to give me unique validations. She may give me something prior to her transitioning, so you know that it's her. So just give me a second. So without telling me, don't tell me, but do you know how she transitioned?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so I definitely feel it's almost like a fluid in my body. Feeling very, very woozy, kind of a little high right now. So that indicates to me like morphine. So she's really bringing that on really strong. Can you take that for Laura?
Yes, I can.
Yep. Okay. So she's really, it's like, really wants me to enjoy this. Okay. I do feel like I'm gonna be honest with you, like, and I just tell it like it is and know this too going forward is that this does not have to make sense to me, as long as it makes sense to you, okay? So again, I'm
Yeah,
just the messenger, but I do and I didn't even give you my introduction as how we connect. I feel like I'm gonna be doing that as we go along. And so know that when we are connecting with our loved ones, because you can do this too, everybody can do what I do. We're all psychic, we're all connected. It's just a matter of trusting it and building it and having fun with it more than anything.
yes.
And so the way that Laura makes me feel, so they use my personal library, like my life references, everything that my vessel has taken in through all my senses. Your loved ones know everything about me, past, present, future, all of that. And so it becomes like a movie. But because I'm a very strong empath, I feel more than anything, right? I feel and I hear. And so the what she makes me feel coming from her is I feel like with her that she would have this look on her face that she's smiling all the time. Even if she's not smiling, she just has that face. And I feel like she would be this person that she would make it all about you and not talk about her. She just wants to know everything about the other person. And then she would just sit back and observe and take in. I don't feel like she would talk a lot. I feel like she was a very good listener. Does that make any sense to you?
It does.
Right. Okay. So I do feel like I am connecting with Laura. So I just want to confirm that with you. Do you sense that as well?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, I do feel like there's something about either her ailment or whatever it is that she was going through. I feel like it came on quick. Something about whatever she was going through came on quick and she declined very quickly. Do you understand this as well?
Yes.
Okay. And the reason why I ask that, do you understand this? Can you take this so I know that we're on the same page? Because if it doesn't make sense to you, please let me know. Okay.
Okay.
So there's a fast decline with her. And she makes me feel that it even surprised her. So whatever this is, she does make me feel that it even surprised her. Now, she keeps showing me her hands. Do you have a specific memory of her hands?
I do. Um,
And do you feel like sometimes when you look at your hands, do you feel like you're looking at her hands?
yeah.
Awesome. Do you know she's manipulating that? She's impressing that on you. And so whenever you're in those moments of looking at your hands and you feel like you're looking at hers, that's when she's with you, and trust that. Okay. So I just feel like it's just a lot about the hand. Remember, it doesn't have to make sense to me as long as it makes sense to you. Also, feel like what she's trying to say to you is that she's in a beautiful place. She also wants me to remind you that you are always and always will be beautiful on the inside and out. Okay. I just love her energy. I also get lots of flowers around her. Can you take that with her as well?
Yes. Yeah.
So trust when you get that strong sense of smell of florals. It could be like a strong smell of perfume. You're by yourself or you're in your car and you're just like, I'm being overwhelmed with the smell. Again, because you associate that to her, she's impressing that on you. Okay. She loves the path that you're on. Trust that you're on the right path. Keep going. Okay. She does feel like I feel like you've got different projects on the go, like, you're very creative and you've got a lot of things on the go, and sometimes you feel a little bit overwhelmed, right? And I just feel like I wanna say to you, follow your heart. Listen to the heart, your heart, and you're gonna feel, sense, and know those nudges. You have a very strong sense of your inner knowing. You know things, and you just don't know how you know. And you
Ew.
can't explain it. You
Yeah.
just like, "I don't know. I just know. I can't explain it, and you don't have to." Okay? That is one of our psychic abilities. It's one of our tools, okay? And I feel like she is trying to say to you, your creativity is going to open you. It's like I feel like you're just gonna explode, but your creativity is just gonna open you up. She's saying, I love this. She's saying it's gonna crack you wide open. Crack you wide open. I love it. And don't be afraid to try new things. Have you been wanting to explore something? Hold on a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Have you been wanting to explore a little bit with medicinal plants?
Um, I'm open to it, yeah.
Has it come up in your field a lot lately, or you conversation, or it just seems to be showing up in your field?
I totally just saw a TikTok on it before I picked up the call, so
Okay. So now this is a very strong motherly energy that I'm connecting with, okay? So when I say motherly, that could be your mom, it could be your grandmother, it could be a cousin who is like a mom energy to you. But do you understand when I say this mother energy, which is your mom?
it
Okay?
is my mom.
But I go by how she makes me feel because I feel like, to be honest with you, she makes me feel that she was more than just a mom, like a sister, a friend, like your confidant, okay? So she's coming through that way, right? But she also makes me feel that it's very important that you know how much she is with you now. Is she with you 24/7? No. We're not that interesting. But it is her way of saying, like, while even you were looking at that TikTok regarding medicinal plants, I was with you. And nobody can tell you but yourself, but it does feel right to me if to explore medicinal plants. To me, it feels like it would be more of an enhancement. And when I say that, immediately she just showed me like paintbrushes, which is to indicate to me crafty, creativity, all of that. But I feel like that even enhance your creativity if you were to go down that path, okay? Um, because what's important to me when it does come to, medicinal plants, that it's all about intention. What are you hoping to receive from it? If it's beyond, you know, some people just wanna do it just to feel good, okay? But if you're doing it to get healing from it, perhaps it could be because of PTSD for grieving, it could be for your creativity, right? So there's so many avenues you can go down, but it's all about intention. And you can even call your mom in. Go, okay, mom, I'm gonna do this. You gonna come visit? Depending on the
Okay,
plant. Okay.
okay.
Depending on the plant. And the reason why that I can share that with you is because I have explored it. I have studied it. I've done quite a lot of it for not for the purpose of getting high, but for other different purposes, right? So I can vouch for it. And I like the fact that I have that under my belt. I have it in my library so that if spirit is showing it to me, I feel confident that I can share it. Now, having said that, when our loved ones come through, they never tell us what to do. These are just suggestions. The rest is up. Okay. Same with me, what I'm giving to you. I'm just giving this as a suggestion from your mom. It's a mom coming through as a mom. Okay. Now, were you thinking or did you just get a tattoo in regards to your mom?
I had a session yesterday, actually.
And I feel like you're not done. I feel you're going to get more or you're adding on to it. Am I correct? Take a breath. Take a breath. That's okay. So guess who was with you?
And I had a feeling she was just because of certain things that came up, but that's cool.
Isn't it cool?
It's so cool.
Okay. Now, was it leaning now sometimes they show me they can be a little bit specific, sometimes not, but it does feel like is it am I close to saying something to do with a flower?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
But
have
I feel like there's more than one flower.
there is. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. But does that make sense when I say I feel
Yeah.
like you're not finished, you're gonna be adding on to it? Okay. Now, would she have necessarily liked that? Well, being here in the physical realm? Possibly not. But when they cross over, they don't there's no judgment, right? It's whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you feel good, right? So just know that there is no judgment, but she does make me feel that because that would validate that it's her. Oh yeah, she
Yep.
wouldn't necessarily like this, but I'm doing it anyway.
100%.
Right? Now, I don't know if this is pertaining to your mom or someone connected to you or if it was you, but I feel like I want to say you happen to skip school or skip something to do with school, or was there someone like I feel like something about skipping school or you took a break and then you went back to school. Makes sense.
Um, my daughter has skipped grades in school.
Okay. So this is her way of acknowledging your daughter and bringing her into the session. But it doesn't feel like a negative to me. Like I feel like is she gifted or does she have what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to call it a negative and I'm not quite sure why.
No, my daughter, she's a grade ahead of where she should be,
There we go.
so she's smart.
Yeah, that's the gifted. That's what I meant by gifted.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was on the right page with that one. And okay, let me know if this makes sense to you. This is going to be showing my age here. Have you ever heard of the saying, listen to the words out of the mouth of babes?
No.
I think I've said that correctly. Okay, so whatever your daughter says,
Yeah.
because she's quite young, what she says, and you're like looking at her like, where the did that come from? Just know, just trust it. Okay. Because she's very connected to the divine. Okay. And I feel like, I'm just going to say this, I feel like she's channeling. Okay. She's channeling. So if you look at her and you're just like, what the, and you're bewildered, trust that. Please
Sure.
trust that. So your mom is like giving a thumbs up. Okay. She's around your daughter a lot and she keeps your mom busy
Yeah.
in a good, in, in a good way. Does your daughter dance a lot or is there a lot of movement with her? Like I can't keep still. right?
She's severely ADHD, so she doesn't know how to
Yeah.
sit still.
Okay. So I'm going to say something. Now, this is for entertainment purposes only because I'm not a doctor. Okay. She's not ADHD.
Okay.
Get that gone.
Okay.
Okay. Get that gone. She's just highly gifted with a lot of energy. She doesn't need drugs to calm her down. This is why your mother is coming through with this. She is highly, highly gifted. She needs stimulation all the time, but she also needs to find the balance of rest. Okay. She needs to find that balance. And I'm also getting, do you understand when I say, because I feel like she's way up here and I just want to anchor her down? Okay. So this is where I'm really going to push on grounding. What does she do for grounding?
That's a good question. I will have to explore that with her.
Okay, so there's many avenues when it comes to grounding, and this one you can get fun. And I think this is one of the reasons why your mom keeps pushing my energy towards the tree of life behind you. And that is grounding can be outdoors and just planning your. I know where do you live?
Calgary.
Oh, Calgary. So it's probably colder out there than it is here.
Yeah.
Okay. So in the summertime, springtime, she needs to be outdoors hugging trees, sits her ass on the grass, walks barefoot on the grass. Anytime she's near a beach, she must walk barefoot. Okay.
Okay.
So there is that. There's also meditations. So, you can do one with her and do it together. Um, Trying to think. There's that. So when I say the tree, you can use it as you can give her one visualization of a tree, drawing in healing energy, right? Drawing it down through the branches, down through her crown, down through her face, down through the trunk of the body, down through the legs, and then just have her visualize rooting herself on Mama Gaia, Mother Earth. Okay. So she's anchoring herself down on Mother Earth and then visualizing taking that energy from the top of the crown all the way down and then pushing through Mother Earth, okay? Does she like crystals?
She does, yes.
Oh, yes. Yeah. She's very much a rainbow child. Okay. Squirrel moment. Okay. So pushing through Mother Earth, and then have her visualize her favorite crystal, like it's hanging. Okay. It's suspended in Middle Earth. Okay. And so what she's doing, she's drawing that energy, healing energy, wraps it around like a cord around her favorite crystal, taking in the properties from that crystal, then unwinding it, and then bring that energy right back up through Mother Earth, right? And then wrapping it around her ankles. And so that she's rooting. So when she feels the energy of Mother Earth, that's help ground. Okay. Now you can also there's grounding music. There is also grounding food. So I will say, I do eat meat. I know there's some people out there that don't, and no judgment there, but sometimes there's certain foods and meat is good for grounding. Okay. There is also essential oils. You can use essential oils. The one that I like is cypress or anything that's kind of like a little bit of an earthy scent to that. So that will help ground her as well. And you can go on YouTube and you can research, but find grounding tools that are good for her, being as young as she is. It's having fun with it and grounding so she doesn't feel like it's work. Does that make sense to you?
Yes, yeah.
Remember what I said, this is a mom coming through as a mom. So looking out for your daughter. Okay. Um, okay. So you're good with that?
Yes.
And know that when you go back to watch this recording that there's a bit of a delay, just a little bit, okay? Um, who's the one that really likes to eat crackers
Crackers.
or just likes crackers or likes to crunch? Did your mom like to eat crackers or
Ye
crisps
yeah,
or something or
munchy, yeah. Yeah.
yeah, because all of a sudden I wanna eat, and I'm gonna be honest, it feels like I wanna eat Ritz crackers.
Okay,
I just wanna
yeah.
crunch. Okay?
Yeah.
So know that when you get that craving for yourself and you have that memory of your mom always wanted to crunch on crackers or chips or something like that, it's like if you have that craving and it comes out of nowhere, it's like, "Oh, mom's visiting. I'm not eating it, mom. I'm not eating it." But that's just her way of having fun with you as well because they love to communicate with us through our senses, right? And especially when it drops in out of nowhere, like that bouquet of flowers, that smell comes out of nowhere. And it's like, and so when you do have that come through for you, what's the first thing you do?
I have a flashback to whatever memory it brings in, or I go, "What the hell was that? And where did that come from?"
Okay. But you're going to say thank you. You're going to acknowledge because the more you say thank you, the more that you acknowledge, the more you're going to receive because they get excited. Like, they're like, "Oh my god, she saw it. Oh my god," right? I doubt they would say, "Oh my god," but
I love it.
you know what I mean? Like, and I say that to my clients, I'm like, "You try being dead and knocking on the door, no one's answering. Can you imagine what it must be like for them, right?"
Oh my god, I
And then
love
there's
it.
people that they're not right? And they don't observe like, I always say observe, like, be aware, but don't go looking for the signs. Because if you're sitting there waiting for that cardinal to bang on your window, sorry, that's not a sign. Well, it could be, but even you'll even second guess it then. But they like to drop in those signs with you when you least expect it. And again, remember what I said to you. You're very strong with your inner knowing. That's one of your highestes. So it's like that gut feeling you just know. So that's where you trust it and you build it and it becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. Okay. But they love to play. And one of the most popular ones is dimes, coins, things like that. So if you're finding those dimes in strange places that used to be pennies, okay, but we're Canadian. So, pennies are out of circulation. But I always say to my clients, they're Canadians, if you do find a penny, then you're getting an extra special hello. But if you find a penny and a dime, whoa, girl, then you better go buy a lottery ticket.
Love it. Yes.
'Cause again, they just love to play. Now, she's bringing me into the kitchen. Would this make sense? I feel like, do you need to declutter?
Yeah, I do. Christmas overtook and I got bags and boxes everywhere.
Okay. So I feel like because she's taking me in there and I feel a heaviness. I just feel like I can't breathe because there's just so much everywhere. So
Yeah.
again, mom coming through as a mom, okay, saying to you, get on it, organize,
Working on
right?
it. I'm
Be-
working on it.
Right. And that's all you can do, right? And
Yeah.
because she knows, I studied feng shui, so I do have that in my library, so she knows that about me. So she's sharing that with you, just saying because when chaos in the house, right? There's chaos in the brain. You wanna be able to walk into your space and know that you wanna be able to see the kitchen counter. When you open up the fridge, you wanna be able to see what's there, right? I'm that person, like, if I don't see it, I'm not gonna eat it. If I don't see it,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna wear it. It has to be there in front of me, right?
Yeah.
And so when everything's in order in your kitchen, in your living room, it creates order for you on an energetic level. It's like clearing out your phone. I'm guilty of that, right? I got so many screenshots on my phone, and I look at it, and I'm like, oh, I got to get to that eventually. Eventually, I know I'm procrastinating all the time. I procrastinate about procrastinating. So she's just showing you that, and it's like, um, when you take something out, put it back. Everything has to have a place. Everything has to have a home, right? My issue, and I should not even say that, but it is an issue, space. So then it's using your creativity of how can you create space? Is that your problem? Is it a small space
Yes.
for you?
It's smallish. It would work if I was less a person,
Smallish.
but we're making it work.
Got you. Got you. I hear you, sister. Okay, and then you can always go to IKEA. IKEA is my favorite store for things like that. They're very smart on you can utilize space with certain things. So I have in my kitchen cupboards, I have different types of shelving, right? Okay, so I'll stack my tea here and then here, so it creates more space. So just remember. It's a mom coming through as a mom. It feels like she's the only one that's dominating this whole session, and you're not surprised, am I correct?
No.
Now she's acknowledging the color purple for you. Is that your favorite color or is that her favorite color?
It was her favorite color.
Her favorite color. Okay. So she's just noticing either you have more purple around you or you wear more purple because it reminds you of her, which is a very highly intuitive color as well. If you connect that with your crystals, it's connected to the amethyst. So
Yep.
just know that sometimes colors that's energy as well because everything's energy. Just like when we were talking about your kitchen, that's all energy,
Yeah.
and energy needs to flow. And if you've just got too much shit, too much stuff in one little space, that energy can't flow. Okay. Do you have one little room or one spare room that you just throw everything in?
My garage, like, literally mountain of boxes.
Oh, welcome to 2025, and guess what you're gonna be doing?
It does have to get done, and I know it has to get done.
Okay, so that's another project, and you know what? That also helps with your creativity. It helps and enhances everything else in your well-being. Right? Everyone just thinks, "Oh, I'll just clean it out." But it again, it just expands more of what you wish to accomplish in life, right? You just have a clearer head, and then every time you walk by that room, you get that feeling, it's like, "Ugh, I have to get to that room." It's like looking at say there's a picture on a wall, and it's got a crack in it, or the frame's broken. Every time you walk by that picture, you're like, "Oh, I gotta fix that. I gotta fix that." And so you have that broken mentality every time you walk by that picture. So it's a broken energy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I know it sounds
Yeah.
woo,
No, it totally
but
makes sense. You're doing good.
right? Okay. So that's I just feel like she's like walking me through your house, right?
Sorry for the mess.
Oh my goodness. She's talking about your car too.
Oh god.
Is your okay. Do you got a lot of stuff in your car?
I need to clean out my front seat. It kinda became a garbage show. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
getting called out now.
Like I said, depending on the relationship, the mom's calling you out.
Yeah,
She's
she
having fun
is.
with this. But remember what I said? I always ask the loved ones, give me anything that's going to assist your loved ones here for their highest and best interest to move forward on your journey. So this is one of them is to
Yep,
declutter, declutter. She's on you. She's all
she
over
is.
you. Right? It's like I want to say to you, busted. Just
Yeah,
because you
100%. That's
she's
exactly it. I've been busted. I need to clean up my
you're
act.
busted, right? And so my rule of thumb now I have 2 boys. Okay, I have 2 boys, but they're men now. And so, yes, I used to have the mama-mobile. So when I had the mama-mobile, my number 1 rule is, and I would say this to the kids, whatever you bring in must come out. That's the number 1 rule. You bring food in, all the containers, all the wrappers must come out. You bring toys, books, must come out. So that's the number 1 rule. So train your daughter the same thing,
I'm gonna have to
but more
train
important
myself to do the same
I
thing.
was you just took the words out I was just about to say, "And train yourself,"
Yep.
right? I catch myself, I like, my car is pretty clean, it's pretty empty. Same thing, every time I open up my trunk of my car, I like to feel good every time I open that up, right? Especially if I'm in a parking lot and I gotta put something in there. You know how sometimes you'd have a little sneak preview of other people's cars?
Yep.
So I pretend, "Is anybody looking? See how clean it is?"
No one tell.
But
I
more
got
importantly,
this.
it's how I feel. But more importantly, it's how I feel when I open up the trunk. It's like, okay, I feel good. Nothing really needs to go in the garbage. Nothing. The only thing really I keep is emergencies. Like I keep a blanket in there, keep an umbrella in there. I do have a safety kit. But the thing that takes up the most is because we don't get bags anymore in stores. So I have a whole bunch of recycling bags.
Yes.
So make sure you organize your recycling bags in a bag.
Okay.
Right? So it's just one little unit, organize it, put it in, tuck it in, right? But that's I think if you ask anybody and any that's probably the number one thing everyone has in their car. Recycling bags.
Yep. By
Don't
abundance,
abundance. That must mean you do a lot of shopping.
unfortunately.
Not that that's a bad thing. Not that
No,
that's a
it's
bad
good
thing.
therapy.
Okay, so let's tap in and see what else she has. Hmm. Now, I'm not sure if I'm connecting with you on this or her, but notice how she's bringing her hands to my hips. So, did she have any hip issues or mobility issues,
Towards
or is
the
that
end,
you? Do you mind?
yes.
Yes. Okay. Would it make sense to say to you from her, I feel like what she is like really focus on your well-being because there's some things that she wishes that she would have done more of or paid attention to. Does that make sense to you?
Mhm.
Okay. Would you say you do more walking than you do like an exercise regimen?
Yeah, I love to walk. I'll walk everywhere.
Okay, perfect. Keep doing that. And if you can ramp it up, ramp it up.
Okay.
Okay. I just
Mhm.
feel like the way your mom's making me feel, your body is just like your daughter. Your daughter needs to keep moving. That's just her energy. But you need
Yeah.
the same thing. But yours is for different reasons. It's just who you are. It's having that connection to the outdoors. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Okay. She's also giving you a nudge. Oh, gee. We're back to your car. Stay on top of the oil change, stay on
Oh
top
god.
of not running on empty, keep the gas in the car, please keep the gas in the car, okay?
Kinda ran
So
it a
it's
little low yesterday, so that makes sense.
exactly. So it's like maintaining your vehicle because that gets you from A to Z. So take care of your car. It's like taking care of this vehicle, your vessel. When you take care of this, take care of your car as well. It's like being gratitude that you have. I don't know why she keeps going on about this car, but I always say if there's people out there, and let's just say, oh, I want a better car. I wish I just need a better car. I want a car. I just want a brand new car. I want a better car. In order to get that car, in order to manifest that car, you must love and appreciate and take care of the car that you have. Be grateful of this car, right? And if you keep calling it a shit box, then it's always gonna be a shit box.
Fair.
But if you love you take care of it, you put good energy into it, great vibes, right? The universe will match that. The universe goes, "Oh, she wants a new car, and this is where she's vibing? Okay, so we'll work on it so that, yeah, she can attract and manifest the new car. You've got to take care of this car." Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good. I think she's done with her rant.
About my poor car.
Not really a rant. Love your car.
Love my
Feel
car.
good every time you look at love your car. Yeah. Every time I bring mine in to I have these group of guys and I'm so in gratitude of them because you know how mechanics can be, especially us women. I'm not judging. I'm not judging. I'm not saying all mechanics. Well, when I walk into that shop, I go in with this high frequency. It's like, you know what? I love you guys. You don't take advantage of me. You're straight on, straight to the point. They look out for me. Sometimes they'll, do a little bit of favors for me, right? Oh, we'll just throw this in or just right. And it's they know how I feel about my vehicle, right? And so you
Yeah.
get that back, right?
Mhm.
You show them gratitude and, they're like, "Well, we know that you're looking out for this." Even if it's a little light or a little light bulb, a light goes out, right? They'll put it in for me. So, it's the littlest things that go a
Yeah.
long way. Now, do you have any questions for her? She's been doing a
I
talking.
don't. She did fantastic.
She still is. She still is. Now, she wants you to write. So, whether start writing again or journaling or write to her. Right? Because you can have your own not comfort. You can have your another relationship with her in a different way. Keep the conversation going by writing, right? And it just, get a nice little journal, flowing pen, put pen to paper and just start writing to her. And just trust, like, don't even think and then trust that she may channel through you because that's called automatic handwriting. So that may, if you're open to it, she may start channeling through you. Okay.
Okay.
I am so not worried about your daughter at all. She keeps everybody busy very much. And I definitely see a lot of colors around her. I do see a lot of animals around her as well. Does that make sense?
Yes.
There's a sense, there's a feeling either she's gonna be working with animals or even if it's eventually down the road, uh, volunteering for animals, but I just see a lot of animal energy around her. Can you take that for her?
I can. She wants to be a vet when she grows up, so
There you go. So, just tapping into that.
Yep.
And she's going to do very well with it. I do see horses as well. So there's a lot of healing. It's like either I just feel like it's gonna be, both ways. It's like she's going to be the healer, she's going to receive the healing. So, it's both. There's that massive exchange,
Mhm.
and that's also very grounding for her as well.
Mhm.
She may need to drink more water, I think. No, I don't think. I know you need to drink more water. Mm. Are you getting ready to sign some kind of contract or renewing a lease or something, and you've been contemplating whether to do it?
My brother and I inherited the house, and we're waiting for our lawyer to give us the papers to close probate.
Okay. So it's in probate, okay. Um, I feel like don't worry about it. I feel like everything's going to work in your favor and your brother's favor, and I believe that's probably why she mentioned it, is to acknowledge your brother and bring him into the session.
Mhm.
She's giving thumbs up to your brother that he's doing a good job. So whatever that means to you, he's doing a good job, okay? Um, I feel like he's very grounded. There's something about him, he just feels very grounded to me, okay?
Yeah.
Is he tall?
Extremely. He's 6'2".
Because all of a sudden, I know, I'm just like, "Whoa," I'm feeling his energy going way up there, right? No concerns for him. He has, his head on his shoulders. He does. It's like right on. He knows what he wants and he goes after it. He's very determined. Um, I do feel like he's tapped into his feminine energy, but he's very analytical. But I also feel like he's getting there with the feminine energy, if that makes any sense.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. She's also trying to communicate with you through music. Have you noticed any lyrics from songs that jump out of you?
I have a very strong connection with lyrics, so there will be
Thank you.
songs that just make me break down.
Okay. So that's gonna be one of her signs is communicating, and again, you'll just know. It's like, "Oh, that's mom. That's something that I needed to hear, that certain phrase in the song," whatever it is, again, you will know, especially if you do listen to a lot of music, right? And sometimes people will think, and this has been coming a lot at me lately, and that is people think just by turning on your phone or turning on a radio in the car that that's where you're going to hear the music. No, you could walk into a store or you could be in a mall and all of a sudden a song is playing and it gets your attention. Like you knew there was background music, but all of a sudden there was that one song you're like, "Oh." And so they can do that. They manipulate your senses in order to get your attention. It's like all of a sudden your your sound heightens, right? Your hearing heightens, and it's just like, that reminds me of my mom.
Yeah,
Now, I'm not getting a negative and I'm not getting a positive, but there's been no mention of your dad.
that's a story and a half.
Okay. Hmm.
Long story short, he is no longer in the picture.
Okay. But it does, do you know what I mean, though? I don't feel a
Yeah.
negative and I don't feel a positive. It just feels very neutral to me.
Mhm. We've learned
Okay.
to live without him.
Okay. That's probably a whole other session. Um,
Could be.
yeah, that's we're not gonna go there. I feel like that wasn't meant to be in today's session, right? But if you find down the road that there's something like because we're we're ascending right so not right now, but we have been. And so what happens is that we are now going through what we call shadow work. So you may have feelings and emotions and memories start to come up and it's like, what the fuck? Why is this coming up? Right? I thought I healed that or why? And it just means there's something there that you need to tap into to observe, to to feel it, to release it, let it go, forgive, all of that. So it's like shit's coming up. And if it does come up, just send it with lots of love, but allow yourself to feel that emotion. Okay. Whether it's anger, resentment, bitterness, jealousy, whatever it is, allow that emotion to move through your body, observe it, and then thank it, and then release it with love. Just like, thank you for showing up. Right. Um, because we're multidimensional beings. So we are moving into a higher dimension and all of that if you wanna call it the age of Aquarius. So, but it's a loss going through a massive healing. So it's a lot of shifting,
Yeah,
shifting the shit.
love.
Good shit. You know what I mean? It needs to come up. It needs to come up because soon as you release the go, then you're making room for the new to come in.
Yes.
Happy healing.
Yes.
So, you know where to find me, or if you wanted to go to an energy healer or whatever have you, if there's something there, if it keeps coming up and keeps coming up, it's just meant for you to work on it, release it, and let it go, if you are willing, right?
Of
Because it's
course.
always about the law of free will. It's all about the law of free will and the choices that we make. But it's an energy, right? We don't want to
Yeah.
hold on to that. It's not something that our vessel is meant to hold on to, and our bodies remembers. It holds memories.
Yeah.
So if there's some not so good memories, then, that's where the healing needs to take place. Kind of going through that a lot myself lately. So it's just like, ah, shit. I thought I let this go.
Yes,
we got some, we've
exactly.
got some, we've got some remnants. So how do you feel now?
I feel good. I feel at peace. You've confirmed a lot. You've shared a lot. And apparently I need to go clean my car. So
That's if you choose to. That's if
I'm
you choose
choosing
to,
to
right?
go
It's
clean
all.
my car. I can hear my mom. I gotta go clean my car.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what you'll do. You'll hear her voice here and there, right? And you think you're making it up, and it's like, "Nope, I'm checking in on you." It's like, "Check, check." And I think that's what she's trying to say to you is create a list of all the things you want to do around your home to bring more energy into your home, good energy into your home, right? So I feel like that's what she's trying to say. Make that list, check, check, check.
She was a list
So,
maker, as am
but I
I, so
also
that makes sense.
there you go. There you go. Pass it down, pass it down. And so she wants to thank you for giving her this opportunity of connection. So now my question to you, and I ask this of all my clients, is so how did you discover me? Especially coming from Calgary.
So actually there was another medium that I had looked into as soon as my mom had passed away, and she all of a sudden developed a wait list for her services. So I thought, if there's something meant to be for me, it'll show. You came up on Google and away we went.
Well, I'm honored and blessed. Thanks for listening to those nudges.